I'm going to show you how the brewing unit works, how it can be taken out and reset. So let me show it to you on one of the machines, which is the Gaggia Naviglio, but they are very similar to any other machine in the range. So if you know one, you can actually do the same thing on all the other machines. Take the brewing unit out, and this is the brewing unit that we're talking about. This actually does all the work inside brewing the coffee. So let me take this out, and you push and pull, and that comes out, and you can wash the whole brewing unit under just a running tap. So this actually has a mechanism that is controlled by an arm. This is a lock on this side, so if I click that and that comes down, that allows me to move all the things about. So that flap comes out. That's the one that actually ejects the coffee into the dreg drawer. That goes back and it's in the right position now. You can ensure that it is in the right position by looking at the markings here. There is a marking on the brewing unit, N, and there is a tiny arrow here which actually should be together. So that means that the brewing unit is in the right position. Now, if you wanted to look at the whole thing, how to sort of make it work, this releases the lock, and I said this one comes out, and it goes up like that, presses the coffee, infuses the coffee, and then the coffee comes through there. So the water comes through there, infuses the coffee, and then coffee comes through there through the dispensing unit on the coffee machine. And then once it finishes brewing, it comes down, then it goes back there, and then it gets locked. And all these things are done in one click of a button. Now, if you look on the other side, you have got this arm. Now, if I again release this latch, I can actually move this about. So if you look here, that also allows me to move things around. So can you see here? This arm basically moves this about. And this yellow piece, not all machines have yellow, but this one actually shows the yellow, and you can move this arm around to the right position at any time. So this is how it looks when it is all in the right position. That goes back, and you can click it into place, and it's there. And if you can see here, this part of it has to be in this little slot here. When I unlock it, take it out, that comes out of that slot, goes up like that, infuses, comes down, then it goes back again. So now you can see that they are all in the right position. Okay, so only then that I can put the brewing unit back into the machine. And if you don't have that in the right position, it wouldn't go back in. Now sometimes the brewing unit might be in the right position, so it's all nicely locked, but the machine itself may not be in the right position. So it has been switched off halfway, and that can then create problems. So the easiest thing to try and get it back to the right position is to make sure that everything is in other than the brewing unit. Just close it and switch on the machine, and hopefully it should reset itself. If it doesn't, then you might have an issue. The easiest way to resolve it, sometimes what happens is, inside this machine there is a little opening there, and in there is a micro switch, and this yellow piece actually goes into that. When you fit it in, that goes into the micro switch, and it tells the computer that the brewing unit is in the machine. And if for some reason this has stopped halfway and you're unable to put it in, you could just trick the computer by actually putting a little piece of cardboard in and then closing the door, and the machine thinks that the brewing unit is in and it resets itself. So that's another way of doing it. Make sure that you switch off the machine, get a piece of cardboard thick enough to go in, or a lollipop stick or something, so something not metal, just put it in and then close the doors and switch on the machine. It should reset itself, and once that is in place, you should be able to put the whole thing back in. This is a very frequent question because you sometimes switch off the machine halfway through the cycle, and this is how you would reset it.